We're Sainties.
St. Elizabeth University.
St. Elizabeth is the best kept secret in New Jersey. Here, turn your passion into your profession. St. E's has one goal: to support intelligent, determined young women and men, becoming the best people they are destined to be.
The power to learn.
The power to grow.
The power to succeed.
We're St. E's.
St. Elizabeth University. The power to soar.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Smullen, Vice President of Advancement here at St. Elizabeth University, and I'm very proud to welcome you to the 2026 St. Elizabeth Gala tonight. It is now my honor to introduce for this evening Monsignor Robert Meyer, Chair of the St. Elizabeth Board of Trustees, to begin our program. Father Bob?
Good evening and welcome to the 2026 St. Elizabeth Gala, supporting tonight the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, it's my great honor to welcome you, our alumni, our students, our faculty, partners, and friends who make this community so strong. Your presence tonight reflects a shared belief in the power of education, leadership, and opportunity. This evening, is especially meaningful as we celebrate and advance the legacy of Sister Francis Raftery. And as we mark the feast of St. Joseph the Worker, like St. Joseph, whose quiet dedication and faithful labor shaped and sustained the Holy Family, Sister Francis's life was defined by courage, vision, and a deep commitment to supporting women of purpose and influence. I'm the pastor in my other life of St. Teresa's Church in Summit, and one of my colleagues who was a student here when Sister Fran was here, she said these very personal words about her. She said, Sister Fran embodied the value of charity that the sisters live by. One of my favorite memories is how she opened the president's home, now the Annunciation Center, to small groups of us for lunch, and even allowed us to hold class on the back patio on beautiful days instead of in Santa Maria. That might be a note, Dr. Crosby. She was remarkably present on the campus, which seemed unusual to some for a college president. Yet she was deeply known by the students and many of us on our first name basis. She always listened attentively and shared wisdom that was meaningful and sincere, never simply saying what felt expected. And my colleague wrote, when I gave a speech at the President's Gala my junior year after receiving an award, Sister Fran chose to publicly honor my parents, thanking them not only for helping me to choose the College of St. Elizabeth's, but for their vocation in helping me become the woman that I was. She was an exceptionally kind, genuine, and blessed servant leader. And so tonight it's my privilege, surely, with all of you to support that legacy through the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership, an initiative that will undoubtedly prepare and position the next generation of leaders to shape our world with integrity and impact. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of all of us who serve this university as trustees, thank you for being a part of this important moment in the life of St. Elizabeth University. I invite you now to please join me in prayer as we begin our evening together. Loving and gracious God, we gather in gratitude for the great gift of St. Elizabeth University, its students, faculty, staff, and administration, and endearingly also for the Sisters of Charity, whose lives witness to your boundless love, hospitality, and service. Through their generosity of spirit and steadfast commitment to your call, they have shaped communities and hearts for generations. Today, we especially remember and give thanks for Sister Fran, whose life embodied charity and action. May we honor her example of servant leadership, her presence among others, her attentive listening, and her steady wisdom rooted in truth and love. We thank you for the way she welcomed, encouraged, and affirmed so many, seeing each person as your beloved. Grant us, O God, hearts willing to serve as she did, minds open to listen with compassion, and spirits eager to lead with humility and kindness. May her legacy continue to inspire us to live lives of generosity, faith, and love. We place this time and one another in your care, our God, now and forever. Amen. Now it's my privilege and honor to introduce and welcome to the dais the President of St. Elizabeth University, Dr. Gary Crosby.
Thank you, Monsignor Bob. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the entire university community, it is a great honor to welcome you to the 2026 St. Elizabeth University Gala. This is not just a celebration. It is a defining moment as we launch the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership. This is, in fact, the Board of Trustees of this university making good on a promise 10 years ago, that they made 10 years ago, correct, Beth and Sister Rosemary, to always hold tight to the original mission of St. Elizabeth University. I would like to begin by recognizing, again, Father Bob, Chairman of the board, and all members of the board present. Would you please stand to be recognized, all board members? Thank you, trustees. We're also honored by the presence of so many distinguished guests this evening. Perhaps the most distinguished, from my point of view, is the First Lady of St. Elizabeth University, Larissa. Would you please stand to be recognized? Our founders, the Sisters of Charity, Sister Maureen Shaughnessy, General Superior of the Sisters of Charity, and all sisters in attendance, would you please stand to be recognized? All alumni, graduates of St. Elizabeth University, or the College of St. Elizabeth, including alumni leadership, Ellie, and past leadership. I think I saw Kathleen. I see Kathleen there. Would you please stand? All the graduates of St. Elizabeth University, please stand to be recognized. I'd also be remiss if I did not acknowledge Trustee Emeriti, Sister Rosemary Moynihan, and Beth Rennie. Beth just stood, but Sister Rosemary, if you can wave to be recognized, please. To all of our partners in attendance this evening, supporters of the university, friends of the university, thank you for believing in the mission of St. Elizabeth University. Thank you for believing in our students. To all faculty and staff present, would you please stand to be recognized? All members of the faculty and staff. Thank you so very much for being here. And I think the best group for last. the students, current students of St. Elizabeth University. You are the reason that we are here. You're the reason that we exist. Would you all please stand to be recognized? All students. I'm a proud president. You all look so great. Tonight, we honor the remarkable legacy of Sister Fran, the 6th president of St. Elizabeth University. Sister Fran was many things: a proud and lifelong resident of New Jersey, a sister of charity, a teacher, a professor, chair of the education department, a patient advocate, and of course, the 6th president of our university. She left an enduring legacy and impact on the lives of everyone around her. People whose names she remembered to carry with her always, and whose lives she would never be the same after meeting her. In countless conversations with alumni and friends, I have heard about her warmth, her humility, her grace, her quiet strength, and her persistence throughout her life. She had a commitment to making life better for those around her, especially those in need. You know, at the moment, and when we thought about this institute, Sister Fran was the only one to come to mind when we considered a name. And that says a lot, and it means a lot to the legacy of the Sisters of Charity and to St. Elizabeth University. Sister Fran's life continues to inspire each and every one of us today. It is fitting that we carry her legacy forward through the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership. The Institute will prepare and position women to lead with purpose, with courage, and impact. It will provide scholarships, experiential learning, leadership programs, faculty support, and I'm very proud to say will launch in 2027 the first Bachelor's of Women's Leadership in New Jersey, and only the 3rd academic program in the country. That, I think, deserves a round of applause. This evening, we're also proud to honor individuals and organizations whose lives and work reflect the very best of St. Elizabeth University. Our Hall of Fame honorees represent excellence and lasting achievement, while our Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award recipients embody service, compassion, and a deep commitment to community. We are grateful for the example each and every one of you set before us. At this time, I would like to recognize, the initial cohort of honorees, Hall of Fame honorees. If you're in attendance, would you please stand? I saw Yolanda. Yes. Thank you so very much for being here, and we certainly look forward to celebrating this year's, the 2nd class of Hall of Fame honorees. What we do is a direct result of the mission of St. Elizabeth University. We cannot support our students without your support. We cannot support our students without you giving your time, talent, and treasures. Know that we do not take for granted you being here with us this evening, and know that St. Elizabeth University is always your home because we, in fact, consider you family. Thank you again for being with us, and enjoy the evening. I now pass the mic over to Mike Smalling, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And Mike, as you come to the stage, please join me in giving Mike and his staff, many individuals working. I see Kathy there, a round of applause for their work. Thank you so very much, Mike.
Thank you, President Crosby. It is now my pleasure to introduce our MC for the evening, Farhana Sayegh, co-founder of the Sayegh Civic Organization and First Lady of the City of Paterson. Farhana Sayegh is a respected civic leader and a community advocate in the City of Paterson. As a co-founder of the Sayegh Civic Organization, she has played an active role in advancing initiatives that support families, youth development, and neighborhood engagement throughout the city. Her work reflects a deep commitment to justice, service, collaboration, and to strong ties with the community. As First Lady of the City of Paterson, Farhana brings both visibility and purpose to causes that uplift residents and expand opportunity, especially for those in need. Please join me in welcoming Farhana, our MC for this evening.
Thank you, Michael, and good evening. I'm proud to serve as your MC for this extraordinary evening. And to begin this celebration, I invite Catherine Pedersen, class of 2011, to perform the alma mater.
Hello, everybody. The alma mater can be found inside the pamphlet on the front page. You're welcome to sing along with me. I'll wait a second so you can all open. Here in the midst of the busy world, serenely our alma mater stands. Glorious and fair, she towers there, the best in all the land. So we sing her praises loud and clear, we her children all. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail to SEU.
Great job. Great job. Thank you so much for that amazing performance. And thank you, audience. Now, we are proud to recognize our generous sponsors for this evening. Our Mother Seton sponsors, Beth Rennie, class of 1969, and Thomas Rennie. The Sister Caligar sponsors, which are Atlantic Health, William Raftery, and Mary Hennessy, class of 1974. The Mother Xavier sponsors, who are the Sisters of Charity of St. Elizabeth, Valerie Rowe, class of 1969. And all of our generous Pelican, Eagle, and Table sponsors. Thank you very much. Next, I invite Assemblywoman Ora Dunn to the stage.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. What a pleasure to be here with you. I'm Assemblywoman Ora Dunn, and it is really an honor to be here at the annual gala to recognize so many wonderful citizens. I'm honored representing also for the state the first all four-year all-women's Catholic college since 1899. I want to begin by thanking President Gary Crosby for his inspiring leadership and Vice President Michael Smullen for bringing this wonderful evening together. Tonight is a special one, not only because we celebrate outstanding organizations, but also individuals whose lives and careers reflect the very spirit of this institution. And we're also reminded that leadership means responsibility and service and standing firm in your values. And with the Women's Leadership Institute reminds me, although I am reminded of it every day in the New Jersey State Legislature as only one of 3 women in my own caucus, that women in leadership have a slightly different, or shall I say, additional, of course, don't we have an additional responsibility? And that is to broaden the very definition of leadership, of what it looks like, what it sounds like, what we think of as leadership. And when it comes to women in leadership, it's often maybe quieter, it's steady, it's rooted in humanity and about lifting others, lifting all of us. So to the Hall of Fame inductees, your achievements, your leadership, and your commitment to service are truly remarkable. You represent the very best of what St. Elizabeth University stands for, and your impact will continue for future generations. And to the Spirit of St. Elizabeth honorees, the Morris County Hispanic American Chamber of Commerce, the Atlantic Health System, and the Roman Catholic Diocese of Paterson. Each of you has made a lasting difference in the lives of so many through your dedication to community, opportunity, and service. So together, tonight's honorees reflect something powerful, that leadership is not just about success. And as your Assemblywoman, I am proud to recognize your contributions and the impact you continue to make across the state. So on behalf of the General Assembly, as well as the Senate, Senator Bucco does send his regrets this evening. He couldn't join us this evening. I will share, he lost his mother yesterday. We can have him and the Bucco family in our prayers. So again, congratulations to all of tonight's honorees, and thank you for all that you do. We're going to show you the one resolution because there are so many. We'll present this to the president. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Thank you. Always a pleasure. All right. All right. Thank you. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you. Now we will present the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Awards. This award honors organizations who embody the university's mission through their commitment to ethical leadership, investment in education, and who make a positive impact in their communities. We are proud to recognize Atlantic Health as a recipient. Yes. As a recipient of the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award, please join me to welcome Sarah Jones, Vice President of Workforce Experience.
Thank you so much. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much and good evening. It's so nice to be here. On behalf of our 25,000 team members and clinicians at Atlantic Health and our CEO, Saad Edisam, I'm grateful to accept the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award. This recognition reflects our shared commitment to ethical leadership, service, and improving the health and well-being of the communities we serve. Our partner with St. Elizabeth University is long-standing and deeply valued. From preparing our future healthcare workers and professionals together on building programs to support our community, we are proud of what we have built together. We are also mindful of the legacy we share through the Sisters Charity of St. Elizabeth. Atlantic Health's Morristown Medical Center stands the foundation of All Souls Hospital, an early example of that commitment to compassionate care in our region. That connection continues today through many St. Elizabeth University alumni who are part of our Atlantic Health family. Their talent and dedication and sense of purpose strengthen our organization every day. We also remain committed to advancing equity and justice for all, ensuring that the care that we provide and the communities we serve reflect fairness, dignity, and an opportunity for everyone. I would like to recognize two outstanding leaders who work very closely with with St. Elizabeth University. Nikki Sumter, our Chief People and Administrative Officer, and Scott Leedy, our Chief Hospital Executive. Their board leadership and dedication to St. Elizabeth University reflect the spirit of this award. We really are honored with this recognition, and we're grateful for our continued partnership together. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, we are proud to recognize the Roman Catholic Diocese of Paterson as a recipient of the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award. Please join me to welcome Enola Hansberger, Director of the Office of Family Life.
I have my phone. I'm very millennial. Sorry. On behalf of the Diocese of Paterson, I am deeply honored to accept the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award from St. Elizabeth University. Bishop Kevin Sweeney regrets he could not be here today, but he sends his heartfelt gratitude and joy in receiving this recognition. This award reflects not only the work of the diocese, but the shared mission we hold with this university: to serve with compassion, educate with purpose, and live out the values exemplified by St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. We are truly grateful for this honor and for the continued partnership and faith and service. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I'm keeping you all on time. Yeah, I hope you like that. Now, we are proud to present the Morris County Hispanic American Chamber of Commerce with the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award. Please join me to welcome Chamber Chairwoman Christina Fields. I love your dress.
Good evening. Thank you so much to St. Elizabeth University for this meaningful honor. A special thank you to Dr. Gary Crosby, President, and Vice President Mike Smullen for your continued support of our nonprofit organization. On behalf of our chamber, I am deeply humbled to accept the Spirit of St. Elizabeth Award. Our chamber was founded in 1989 by my mother, Esperanza Porras Field, an immigrant from Colombia who came to the United States at 19 to pursue her education. She recognized a critical need in our community to create access, uplift entrepreneurs, and ensure that Hispanic voices were supported and empowered. My sister Hope later carried that mission, and today I have the privilege of continuing that legacy as chairwoman. Service is at the heart of everything we do. Through our chamber, we champion businesses and economic growth, and through our Hope Foundation, we are deeply committed to education. Our entrepreneurship incubation signature program has graduated 65 adult entrepreneurs. We offer classes in both English and Spanish that are guided by exceptional professors and mentors. For some students, this was their very first graduation and a truly transformative moment for them. We are profoundly grateful for our St. Elizabeth partnership and for sharing your beautiful campus in St. Rita Hall with us, where we hold our incubation classes, and for embodying a mission rooted in leadership, service, and social responsibility, values that closely align with our own. We are also deeply grateful for the late Sister Francis Raftery, former president, whose leadership and belief in collaboration were instrumental in welcoming our chamber onto your campus and allowing our programs to grow. We had the privilege to honor her at our galas in appreciation of her lasting impact. This award reflects the collective effort of our dedicated volunteers, board of directors, and foundation who make our mission possible every single day. I would like to take a special moment to recognize student Jaden Smith. Where are you? Yay. He helped us so much with our incubation classes. He came every other Saturday, bright and early, helped us with technical issues and, everything we needed. So we really value and appreciate you. I would also like to take a moment to recognize those here with me tonight that are part of our chamber. My mother, Esperanza Porras Field, founder and president emeritus. My sister, Hope Field, corporate advisory council chair. Jose Villarreal, vice chairman. Joanna Porras, secretary. Pablo Garita, director of community and government relations. Michelle Diaz, Hope Foundation president. And Ambassador Francis Lorenzo. And to our family who is here with us this evening, thank you so much for your unwavering support and belief in our mission. Together, we are not only honoring a legacy, we are carrying it forward for generations to come. Thank you.
Congratulations. Wonderful. Thank you, Chairwoman Field. That concludes our Spirit of St. Elizabeth Awards. Let's give a round of applause for our honorees. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Please turn your eyes to the screen behind me. Now we come to a defining moment in the evening. Tonight, we invite you to take action. Every gift supports the launch and mission of the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership. If you believe in preparing women to lead, this is your moment. Scan the QR code on the back of your program and please make your gift now. Together, we can open doors, create opportunity, and shape the next generation of women leaders at St. Elizabeth University, building the future brick by brick, one student at a time. So please take a few minutes and scan that QR code. Thank you, and also enjoy your dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention for one moment, please? I was just informed by a very generous supporter of the university, the Sisters of Charity, and our shared commitment to education, that this very generous donor will match all gifts up to $5,000. We are grateful. If you can help us get to that $5,000 mark, it will be matched up to $5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Let's make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to use the QR code on the screens and the displays. Please use the QR code on the screens and displays. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you continue to enjoy dinner, we have a special presentation for you tonight. I now invite you to hear about Sister Francis from those who knew her best and to witness what your generous support tonight will make possible.
Yeah, Rita She was just a regular gal, terrific basketball player, believe it or not. Oh, wow. And she graduated from college. And she was good to us with her money. Yeah. My brother and I, a couple of bucks here and there. She was always working. And we didn't have a Bible. So in the summer, before she went to the convent, my mother and father said, sit down, read has something to tell you. So like, what is it? He said, I'm going to the convent. He said, get out. We couldn't believe it. Yeah. But we didn't have the Bible. We had the Sunday missing. Oh, so we actually made her swear that she was telling the truth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So anyhow, after that, it was, when she went in, very emotional for all of us. She was a big influence on all of us in many, many ways.
Francis was a friend, a mentor, a leader I looked up to, and a person that I valued in my life. The greatest tribute we've given to Francis is to establish the Center for Women's Leadership. She would love that the college has made evident what was in its very founding.
So I was very pleased when both Dr. Crosby and Michael mentioned that they wanted to go forward with the Women's Leadership Institute. That also became intertwined with our discussions on how to honor Sister Francis Raftery for her years of transformational service at the college and the university. So I was very pleased and very excited to be involved with the formation of the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership.
Sister Fran's legacy at St. Elizabeth University is rooted in her profound love of education and her unwavering belief in the potential of every student. She was, at her core, a teacher, someone who understood that education is not just about knowledge, but about transformation. She led with courage and conviction during times of challenges. As the Women's Institute grows and evolves, it will carry forward her spirit, her commitment to education, her belief in the dignity of every person, and her model of servant leadership. It becomes a living expression of who she was and what she stood for. And in many ways, this is exactly what she would have wanted.
And we see the value in bringing young women not away from society and the world, but to really put them in a setting where we call them to leadership. First, that they believe in themselves, that they're competent. They really are driven to make change in society.
I believe she would be incredibly proud not of the recognition itself, but of the impact it will have on others. Thank you for your support of St. Elizabeth University and the Sister Fran Raftery Women's Leadership Institute.
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't that dessert wonderful? I've gone already for 2 bites, looking for more. Before we continue this program, may I have your attention, please? I'm very, very honored to be in this room because we are in great company here. For those that are not just spiritually strong, but clearly financially generous. So as you saw on the screen earlier, we've raised over $14,000 through that QR code. And there's still time to donate more. So if you're considering it, please continue to consider it. Please continue to scan that QR code and know that you want to be part of something really, really impactful, to be able to say you were there at the start. So hopefully you consider to donate more. There is also, for those of you uncomfortable with the QR code, please know that there are envelopes at your table. So you can definitely make this donation through this envelope. All right, now I am proud to introduce the 2026 class of the St. Elizabeth University Hall of Fame. As we recognize our honorees, I ask that everyone hold your applause until we conclude remarks, just so that we can keep the program moving. This award recognizes alumni and friends who, through their actions, uplift others, support their communities, embody the values of leadership, integrity, service, and by their association, bring pride to St. Elizabeth University. Upon the recommendations of the Hall of Fame committee members, Maureen Lavin, class of 1967, Yolanda Coons, class of 1968, Elaine Grillo, class of 1977, and alumni director Andrea Adams, we are proud to recognize the 2026 Hall of Fame class. Allow me to introduce our first honoree. Wynn Johnson, class of 1967, is a distinguished alumna whose accomplished career and lifelong commitment to service reflect the mission and values of St. Elizabeth University. She earned her Bachelor of Arts in English in 1967 and went on, yeah, I hear that. I hear somebody else here with a Bachelor of English. Went on to pioneering career in information technology, beginning at IBM's Service Bureau Corporation. At a time of rigid workplace norms, she broke barriers as a programmer on IBM's first commercial computer. Later serving as a systems engineer and marketing leader. In 1980, Wynn joined ExxonMobil, where she held senior roles including computer technology consultant, applications manager, strategic planner, and computer security advisor during the early days of cybersecurity. A champion of inclusion, she founded a women's advocacy group within the company and received numerous honors, including the Exxon Golden Tiger Award and the YWCA Tribute to Women in Industry Award. Her leadership and service extended to St. Elizabeth University through her roles on the University Board of Trustees, the Alumni Association Board of Trustees, including serving as president, and a member of the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership Advisory Board, for which she has made a transformative gift to support the Institute. In retirement, Wynn has devoted herself to service, including decades of leadership with NJ211 Partnership and the St. Joseph's Social Service Center. I hear you, St. Joseph's. As well as active involvement in the Sierra Club New Jersey chapter for 7 years. I don't hear a shout out from Sierra Club. A devoted alumna, volunteer, and community leader, she embodies the spirit of St. Elizabeth University through a life defined by leadership, generosity, and impact. We are proud to present Wynne Johansson with the Hall of Fame Award. Yes, we can all stand for her. That's so inspiring. It was really inspiring to learn more about your history, so thank you. Another inspiring honoree, Beth Rennie, class of 1969, is a distinguished alumna and trustee emerita of the university, where she previously served as chair of the board of trustees. She earned her degree in biology in 1969 and later a master's in religion and religious education from Fordham University. Rooted in faith and service, she developed and led a bereavement ministry at St. Elizabeth's Church in Wyckoff, reflecting her lifelong commitment to pastoral care. Beth's leadership and philanthropy have had a lasting impact on her alma mater. As a longtime trustee, she helped guide the university through a period of growth and transformation, serving on key committees and advancing its mission. Alongside her husband, Thomas Rennie, she co-chaired the Annunciation Center Capital Campaign, made a transformative gift to establish the theology wing in honor of her parents, and provided scholarship support that continues to expand opportunities for students today. Beyond the university, Beth has dedicated herself to serving vulnerable women and children as co-director of Oasis, a haven for women and children in Paterson, New Jersey, and as a board member of Rising Ground in New York City. In 2019, Beth and Tom were honored by Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of New York at the Cardinals' Christmas Luncheon in recognition of their service and generosity. A devoted wife, mother, and grandmother, Beth exemplifies faith-filled leadership, philanthropy, and compassionate service. We are proud to present Beth Rennie with the Hall of Fame Award. Thank you, Beth. Our next honoree is Linda Marie Flores Tober, class of 1981. Linda Marie has dedicated her life to humanitarian service, community leadership, and advocacy for vulnerable families. A graduate of the College of St. Elizabeth, she has built a distinguished career rooted in compassion, justice, and a deep commitment to serving those facing hardship. Her professional legacy is most closely tied to the Elizabeth Coalition to House the Homeless, where she served as executive director for more than 2 decades. Under her leadership, the organization expanded its reach and impact, becoming a vital resource for families experiencing homelessness. Known for her expertise in fundraising, advocacy, and program development, Linda has earned the respect of colleagues and community leaders across New Jersey. Beyond her professional work, Linda has been a dedicated volunteer and civic leader, serving on numerous boards and community initiatives focused on social justice and family support. Her many honors reflect a lifetime of service and impact. Through her leadership and unwavering commitment, Linda has transformed lives and strengthened communities throughout the region. We are so proud to present Linda with the Hall of Fame Award. Aren't these inspiring? Yes, yes, indeed. Our next honoree is Valerie Rowe, class of 1969. Valerie is a distinguished educator, scholar, and philanthropist dedicated to the transformative power of literacy and the advancement of underrepresented students. A proud alumna of the College of St. Elizabeth, her experience there shaped a lifelong commitment to cura personalis, the care of the whole person. As a reading specialist, she worked extensively with students with dyslexia and learning disabilities, helping young learners unlock their full potential. After earning her doctorate from Fordham University, Dr. Rowe trained teachers in underserved schools in the South Bronx before joining Fordham's Graduate School of Education, where she directed the Master of Science in Teaching Childhood program. Her work has influenced both students and educators, strengthening literacy instruction and expanding opportunity in communities where it is needed most. Dr. Rowe's impact extends beyond her philanthropy and nonprofit leadership. With her husband, Jack, she established scholarships at Fordham, supported the Fast Track program at St. Elizabeth University, and launched the Rose Scholars Program through the YMCA to help students access college. Through her service with organizations supporting at-risk youth and children with disabilities, she continues to champion equity, opportunity, and lasting educational impact. We are proud to present Valerie Rowe with the Hall of Fame Award. I did say we should hold our applause, but we can't help it. These are such great biographies. As I read them, I can't help but clap. Our next honoree is Francis Weiss Garcia, class of 1987. I see a lot of 87 people here today. Francis is an accomplished scientist whose career has supported advances in biomedical research through collaboration and shared scientific infrastructure. A graduate of St. Elizabeth University with a degree in chemistry, she went on to earn her MS in biochemistry and PhD in cell biology, contributing early to our understanding of key cellular signaling pathways and the immune system. Dr. Weiss Garcia has spent more than 25 years at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, where she serves as director of the Bi-Institutional Antibody and Bioresource Core Facility, primarily supporting researchers at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and the Rockefeller University. Her work developing custom monoclonal antibodies has not only facilitated scientific discoveries, but also led to patented innovations with significant diagnostic and clinical potential. As a national leader in scientific shared resource facilities, she has shaped global standards through her leadership within the Association of Biomolecular Resource Facilities, including serving as president. Through her leadership, mentorship, and commitment to scientific rigor and reproducibility, Dr. Weiss Garcia has strengthened the foundation of modern biomedical science and inspired scientists worldwide. We are very proud to present Francis with the Hall of Fame Award. I love that. It's my mom. I want to say that's my friend. My new friend. And in memoriam, finally, we honor a very special graduate of St. Elizabeth, who sadly passed away this year. A woman of extraordinary impact who exemplified the very best of the university. Jacqueline Bezos, class of 1991. Jacqueline was a devoted advocate for education, early childhood development, and family well-being, whose life reflected resilience, service, and a deep belief in the power of learning. As a young mother, she balanced work and education, an experience that shaped her lifelong commitment to perseverance and opportunity, and her dedication to helping others thrive. In 1991, at the age of 45, Jackie earned her Bachelor of Arts with high honors in psychology from St. Elizabeth University, embodying her belief in lifelong learning. She went on to co-found the Bezos Family Foundation with her husband, Mike Bezos, advancing initiatives in early childhood development and youth leadership, including the Vroom Early Childhood Education Program and the Bezos Scholars Program. Jackie's legacy is one of compassion, generosity, and lasting impact. Through her philanthropy and her commitment to families and education, she helped create opportunities for countless children and communities. Her life continues to inspire others to lead with purpose and to invest in the potential of future generations. Please join me in congratulating the 2026 class of St. Elizabeth Hall of Fame, including Jackie Bezos. Want to get closer? Yes. As close as possible? Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Beautiful. Sure.
Here we go, guys.
One more set with me and the operator.
Yes. We were going to take one more step on our feet and do this again over there. What a good looking group. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Still going back. I had to go over a little bit. There. Here we go. And nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, give it up. Here we go. That's it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right,
You all deserve. Yes, all deserve. Like to see you again. It's been a while. Sorry to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my remarks for this evening. I'm delighted to have spent the night with you to celebrate this special occasion. It has been my honor. Thank you. Mike, would you like to make some?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost concluded with tonight's program. But before we let you go, can I have a quick round of applause for our MC tonight, Farhana? And keep in that clapping mood, because I do want to recognize our amazing advancement team, Gala, Kathy, and Andrea. We're doing an amazing job. Our facilities team, Billy and Michaela. Round of applause. Our IT team, Brandon and Josh in the back there. And all of the amazing faculty, staff, support that made tonight such a success. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two giving-related announcements, and this is important. So I have two giving-related announcements I want to make. The first is that thanks to your generosity tonight, we have unlocked our $5,000 match. Congratulations to all of you. Which means that we have raised more than $25,000 just here tonight. And just to give you a little sense of context there, I am proud to share that as of this evening, we have raised more than $500,000 for the Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership, and we are only just getting started. This moment was made possible by the extraordinary leadership and generosity from many people. But I want to ask everyone to quiet down now so that I can thank one person in particular to start. Ms. Wynne Johansson, can you stand up, Wynne? Whose historic gift has established a new director position for the Sister Francis Raftery Institute of Women's Leadership that will be posted this Monday. Thank you, Wynne, for your generosity and your leadership. And Wynne, if you can remain standing for just a moment. Wynne mentioned before she was part of a committee. Can I ask those other members of the Women's Leadership Committee, May Ong, Susan Michael, and Amanda Pilati, to please stand? Please stand up and be recognized. Let's give a round. Thank you. As we leave tonight, I ask you all to remember that this is more than a celebration, which I think you probably already know. It's the beginning of an extraordinary new chapter at St. Elizabeth University, what was the College of St. Elizabeth. The Sister Francis Raftery Institute for Women's Leadership will open doors, it will create opportunities, and it will prepare the next generation of women to lead with purpose and impact. Thank you all very much for believing in this vision. Thank you for your generosity tonight and in the days to come. And thank you for being part of this moment in the life of St. Elizabeth University. We are proud to call you friends, supporters, and alumni of this amazing institution, and we look forward to some tremendous days ahead. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Where's Sainties?
St. Elizabeth University.
St. Elizabeth is the best kept secret in New Jersey. Here, turn your passion into your profession. St. E's has one goal: to support intelligent, determined young women and men, becoming the best people they are destined to be.
The power to learn.
The power to grow.
The power to succeed.
We're St. E's.
St. Elizabeth University. The power to soar.